He's taking a look around, making sure the seesaw is set, all the jumps are set. We also see Judge Nils Lindqvist from Sverige, Sweden. He is instructing his ring crew, all of our volunteers out here. They've volunteered their time. We see the thumbs up, and I believe we are going to be starting this competition. We will start with a 300 class, and we have 34 dogs in this height category for this individual biathlon. And to start us off from Netherlands is Linda Zegers and Lilu. This is a Papillon. You will see our judge Nils Lindqvist put his hand up in the air if there is a fault on course, or perhaps he will cross his arms in front of his chest. That, of course, signifies an elimination. "34 dogs in this height category here in this agility biathlon course. And with a nice round, a time of 52.26 from Nederlander. That was Linda Zegers and Lilu. We will move on to a competitor from Northern Ireland. This is Miriam McDowell and Teddy. This is a mixed breed dog. We see 3 tunnels and an open tunnel on this course designed by Nils Lindqvist. Taking a look at the top of the A-frame, down into that yellow contact zone goes Teddy, the mixed breed. The World Agility Open, of course, we invite all mixed breeds to come. We just want to know who is the fastest dog here in each jump height. Purebred or mixed breed. And a nice finish for Miriam McDowell and Teddy, 55.35 the time. From Venezuela, we're going to see a Jack Russell Terrier. This will be Peppa. Our handler is Francisco Jose de la Cruz, Colorado. And we see our judge put his hand up in the air. Our little Peppy Peppa, missing that down dog walk. Have to put at least a piece of a paw in the yellow contact zone on the way up and the way down. And squeaking all the way, and a fault on the seesaw as well. But a nice fast time, 37.79. That's certainly the fastest time so far. With speed, of course, comes the chance of mistakes. That was from Venezuela, Francisco Jose de la Cruz and Peppa. Now we will have our first Welsh competitor in this height with her miniature poodle. This is Roberta Powell and Finlay. 49.45 the time for Finlay and Roberta Powell. From Ireland, Republic of Ireland, this is a Jack Russell Terrier, B. The handler is Evelyn Darcy. And a couple of faults on course here for Evelyn and B. And right to the finish, that was Evelyn Darcy and B. And now we will have an Italian competitor. This is Dennis De Paola and Maureen from Italy, Italia. And let's give a round of applause for our mixed breed dog. This was Maureen and Dennis De Paola. On course next from Germany, Deutschland, Germania, also with a mixed breed dog. This will be Caroline Veit and Rocco. Careful in getting down to that dog walk contact. Blind cross at the tunnel to get into the second red tunnel. And to the finish, that was Caroline Veit and Rocco. On course now from Spain, España, this is Carlos Soto and Hachi. And that'll do it for Carlos Oti and Hachi from España. On course next will be our first competitor in the 300 division for France, Frankrike, France. Aline Donizetti, and Endel. This is a Jack Russell Terrier. Seeing some missed contacts here at the start. Keeping Judge Nils busy. And some fast footwork to get Endel onto the finish line. That was Aline Donizetti from France. From Japan, Nippon, it's time to get happy. This is Aiko Kishino and Happy. This is a toy poodle. Very accurate performance and speedy as well. Will this be the time to beat? 39.70 and a clean round, so that does become the best time so far with an accurate round for Aiko Kishino from Japan and Happy. Up next, Markus Fuska from Austria with Nela. This is a mixed breed dog. Oh, he stays on his feet, but incurs a refusal. A little misstep by the handler. That was Markus Fuska and Nela. We hear the Finns in the corner shouting Suomi for their competitor about to take the stage. This is Maiju Koronen and Lux. And we have a new best time, 37.21. Maiju Koronen and Lux from Finland, Finlandia. Now the time to beat. And from Japan, Japanese Nippon. This is Akiko Okamoto and Pure. 37.21 is now the best time on this Agility Biathlon course. This is a miniature pincher. And 37.41, nipping at the heels of Lux. That was Akiko Okamoto and Cure. Very nice time. Next on course, we will have Sverige. That is from Sweden, Tina Karlsson and Jax. From Sweden, Tina Karlsson. Beautiful A-frame performance, up and over, as smooth as can be. Into those weak poles, over the broad jump, blind tunnel out of the, blind cross out of the chute, tight around 16 to approach that seesaw, tips it down easily. And what a save! Nicely done by the Swede, Tina Karlsson, and Jax saves it at the end, 38.32. And a clean round. Remember, we are adding these scores of the jumping class already performed and this agility class for these biathlon competitors to see who will be our agility biathlon world champion for 2014. We will crown one in each height division. Will it be from Italy, Italia, Milou and Lorenzo Coletta? Currently on course. This is a mixed breed dog. Lorenzo making sure Milieu gets safely into the weak post, through the tunnel, over the spread jump. Tight out of that chute. And fast to the finish, Lorenzo Coletta and Milieu from Italy, Italia. And this will be our second competitor from Northern Ireland here in this 300 division. We're about halfway through this division, and we will now see Isabel Trotter and Chip. Chip is a mixed breed dog. .44.76, the time for Isabel Trotter and Chip. Our fastest time so far, still 37.21. Augie from Wales, Gale. This is Bailey and Lisa Jones. On course now from the USA, this is Jack Russell Zip and Yvette White. On course now, Ning Wei and Kimi from China. This is a miniature poodle from Porcelana. .45.04, the time for Ning Wei and Kimi. The Danemark drum is drumming for Lillian Rose and Timon. About to take the stage. This is a toy poodle. Gets at least a little bit of a paw into that yellow down dog walk contact zone through the two red tunnels. A nice front cross to approach that A-frame. Gets the contact there as well. A run number 10 and into the weave poles. With a little encouragement from Lillian Rose. Timon keeps on ticking. Fastest time so far, 37.21. What will Timon do? 41.68 the time, and a nice clean round. And again, we will see Francisco Jose de la Cruz Colorado from Venezuela. 2 dogs in this height category. This is Jack Russell Terrier Lola. And with an enthusiastic start and a nice running dog walk. But we see a fault there in the corner, perhaps the brick jump. And a little hesitation before getting into the weave poles. We'll earn a refusal. Once the dog has keyed in on the obstacle that's intended and turns away or hesitates, that is a refusal. But a nice fast time, 41.53 for Francisco Jose de la Cruz Colorado and Lola. From Russia, this is Doria Smirnova and Tsunami. This is a German Spitz or Klein. 41.39 does it for Doria Smirnova. So a nice fast time. We have many wild cards represented from Sweden, Sverige. One of our wild card members now coming to the stage. This is Lina Ridell and Io. This is a Papillon. Lena Ridell. Nice peppy performance by our Papillon. Smoothly up and over the A-frame, hitting the yellow contact on the way up and the way down. Nice weave pulls. Shoo. A little wide there around number 16. Hoppa, 3915. A lovely time by Swedish Io and Lena Ridell, our wild card representative. From Spain, España, with his toy poodle, this is Juan Muniz and King. Nice finish for Juan Muniz and King, 40.47 the time. One of our many talented Russian competitors taking the start here from Russia. This is Svetlana Tumanova and Tommy. A German Spitz, also of the Klein variety. Fastest time so far remains 37.21. Finland currently in that hot seat, so to speak. Will our Russian competitor with her German Spitz beat that time? 36.55. So a very nice time, and I believe that was clean. 36.55 now becomes the fastest time. With the long legs, starting off is Mike Paget with his little Shetland sheepdog, Kona. And 37.92, a nice time for Mike Paget and Kona from the US of A. From Italia, this is Emanuele Barbetti and Orazio. This is a Jack Russell Terrier. Much encouragement for Orazio from Emanuele. that speed is the name of the game here. Nice seesaw performance. And a nice time of 37.72 for Emmanuel Barbetti and Orazio. And here the USA, 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 signifying our next competitor from the United States of America. With his Jack Russell Terrier, this is Andy Mueller and Crackers. And we see Crackers a little bit excited at the start, running right by that dog walk. And we have about 7 more dogs to go here in this 300 height class. And a nice effort by Andy Mueller and Crackers. On course now from Slovenia, this is 7 and Christian Koprivnik. And we are saving the best dogs for last here, the ones who have done the best in our first portion of this biathlon, the jumping class. And that was Christian Koprivnik and 7. From Denmark, this is Julie Tamjer and Tuni. .37.91 the time for Julie Tamjer and Tuni. Only 4 more dogs in this height division. On course now is Jake Reed and Kelsey from Scotland, Scotia. This is a Parson Russell Terrier. Getting the entry on the 3rd try. 3rd time's a charm for Jake and Kelsey. And a little nice distance work at the end there for Jake Reed and Kelsey. Our last three dogs in this height division about to come. From Russia, this is Evgenia Grishina and Belka. We saw Evgenia Grishina from Russia win in some of our other classes, receiving rosettes to take home with her to Russia. Will she be our biathlon world champion for the 300 division? Nice front cross there at the end, 37.62, and a clean round for Evgenia Grishina. So not the fastest time, but added along to her jumpers course. Perhaps she will be our world champion in the 300 division for the biathlon. From Sweden, Sverige, this is Rebecca Hansson and Svea. We do see a fault on course. And that was Rebecca Hansson and Svea. And last but not least, having the best time here in our jumpers, moving on now to the agility, we'll see who will be the best dog and handler in this biathlon. Will it be Nicole Mans from Argentina with Brahma? The fastest time so far, 36.55, unofficially, of course. .01, and having been the first place in the jumpers, unofficially, of course, that may make Nicole Manes from Argentina our world champion for the 300 division. That's, of course, unofficial, but maybe we can do the math together. 36.01 and a clean round. Certainly a fantastic performance. We do have some dogs in season at the end of this 400 class. We have 34 of you, and then we'll have one more who's a dog in season. We are now moving the jumps up. To start us off in the 400 height class, this is Ann Carrington from Canada and Jazz. .38.98 and a spin of approval from Jazz. So starting us off with a clean round and a nice time of 38.98. And now we will have another one of our wild card members from Sweden, Sverige. This is Maria Melakari and Issa. Issa is a Shetland sheepdog. A little too enthusiastic, jumping off that dog walk contact. And fram går hon till the finish. That was Maria Melakari and Issa. From Germany, this will be Vanessa Membrado Dunsing and Clara. Clara is a mixed breed dog. Maybe wishing it was a little cooler out here. We suddenly have the sunshine. And Clara looking happy out there now, finishing those weave pulls. Nice tight turn from 10 to the seesaw. Through the tire and a blind cross by her handler right to the finish. Let's give a round of applause for Clara and Vanessa Membrado Dunsing. So nice to see the Netherlanders cheering for the Belgians in world style. Up now from Belgium, Belgique, this is Sylvie Defour and Diva. The Netherlanders sharing their theme song. .45.54 will do it for Sylvie Defour and Diva. Our tribal drum of Denmark banging as Janni Terkelsen takes the stage. With her mixed breed, this is Nana. 3895. That 3895. That now becomes the new time to beat. 300ths of a second faster than our first dog. That was Yanni Terkelsen and Nana. On course now from Canada is Stefan Henry and Wheeler. This is a Shetland sheepdog. And a little speedy up the end there. Of course, when going really fast, it becomes a little easier to make mistakes. But let's hear it for Stefan Henry and Wheeler from Canada. On course next, from England, this is Carrie Munning and Harry. .38.44 the time for Carrie Munnings and Harry. So that is the fastest time early on here in this 400 height division in the Biathlon Agility class. 34 competitors plus a couple in season. On course now from Portugal, this is João Ferreira and Figaro. This is a Pyrenean Shepherd. And that was João Ferreira and Figaro. From Wales, Gale, Oggy, James Davies, and Trini. This is also a mixed breed dog. .47.69 for James Davis and Trini. from Scotland. This is Daisy, the Cocker Spaniel, with Edith Robb. And that'll finish it up for Edith Robb and Daisy. Up next will be another one of our wild card members. This is Lori Mederi and Pancho. This is a pug. Nice running dog walk into the red tunnel. And 43.10 for Lori Materi and Pancho, the pug. On course now from France, Frankrike. This is Vicky Choco Drink and Lorena Kiefer. And a nice finish for Lorena Kiefer and Vicky, with one fault on course. From Northern Ireland, this is one of our few schnauzers here. This is Lewis McClurg and Max. .72 is the time for Louise McClurg and Max. Comien Norge from Norway, Norvege, Norge. This is Nina Sjöberg and Bella. This is a Jack Russell Terrier. Nice working terrier, making fast time of this course. I believe the best time so far is 38.44. And with 38.52, that was Nina Sjöberg and Bella. From Denmark, banging the drum, Suzanne Rötnes and Jari. This is a Kromforlander, slightly taller than the Jack Russell Terrier you just saw. One of our more unusual breeds. Our administrative judge, Bob Griffin, and his wife, Sid, a big part in promoting this breed in England. Many Kromforlanders in Finland, some in Germany, certainly some in Denmark. As you can see, a nice working breed. With nice long legs for this height category. And that is our one and only Kromforlander and Suzanne Rötnes from Denmark. That was Jari. USA, USA, Americana, America. Jean LaValle and Cheer. We saw Jean LaValle crowned as part of the gold winning team for the pentathlon. That is 5 events with 4 handlers. Tally up all the scores, and the best team gets the gold medal. That will be Jean LaValle as part of that team, and we see why she has earned that honor. Little fault there on course, but she keeps on going. This is the biathlon. 38.22, the fastest time so far. We did see a run by at that seesaw. And we are about halfway through this 400 class. From Japan, Nippon. This is a Boston Terrier with Miyako Endo. This is Saya. .47.51 finishes it up with a fault on court for Miyako Endo and Saya. When we hear our crowd cheering, of course, that's because it's from Italy, Italia, Giussi Ladisa, about to take the stage with her beagle. This is Mio. And a blind cross out of the tunnel to get Mio right on course. Nice tight turn from 10 to approach the weave poles. Quickly out of the chute to turn the corner and approach the seesaw. .42.19 and a clear round for Italian Giussi Ladisa and Mio. The only beagle I've seen here today. From Spain, España, this is Julio Freire and Pieca. This is a border collie. Yeah. .38.21 is the time for Pieca and Julio Freire. And we hear our tiki-taki from the Netherlanders with her poodle. This will be Marieke Bolton Hollander and Norman. And a nice flying finish and a time of 40.45 for Marieke Bolton Hollander and Norman. Our next competitor from Belgium. Nice neighbors with the Netherlanders. This is Anne Herman and Gentai. .37.14, a good time for Anne Herman and Gentai. From Northern Ireland, this is Curtis Mullen and Callie, a Shetland sheepdog. .36.75 for Curtis Mullen and Callie. That is the fastest time so far. Nicely done. From Norway, this is Annalisa Scharfscher and Mika. nice finish for Annalisa Scharfscher and Mika.
Just a general announcement. Outside the front of the reception area of the building, there is a large amount of broken glass on the floor. Please be careful with both yourselves and your dogs until it is cleared up. There is a large amount of glass broken at the front of reception.
From France, Frankrike, Francia, this is Caroline Lebas and Bepop. This is a Shetland sheepdog. That was Caroline Lebas and Bepop from France, 38.5 for the time. Trying hard not to have any voices for the ride home. They are the Welsh contingent cheering on Rosie Cavill, about to take the start with her field spaniel. This is Spice. .37 flat, the time for Rosie Cavill and Spice. The fastest time so far from Northern Ireland, 36.75. On course now, Serena Malgaroli from Italy, Italia, with Sharaza, a German pincher. We saw an early off course, but our crowd is going to cheer this competitor on, being from the home host country here. And a beautiful country it is, and a beautiful venue right next to the beach. Nice sunny weather. This certainly is a fast-moving little German pincher. Let's hear it for our German pincher, Sharaza and Serena Malgaroli. And here comes another one of our awesome Canadians. This is a Shetland sheepdog named Dice and Jessica Martin. Fastest time so far, 36.75. Can Jessica Martin and Dice best that time? 37.02, so close behind Curtis Mullen. Nice time for Jessica Martin and Dice. On course now from France, Frankrike, this is Elisa Richelmi and Defy. unfortunately, a refusal at the seesaw. But a nice finish for Elisa Rechelmi and Defy. And here comes another one of our very talented competitors from Russia, Russia. This is Ekaterina Zakharova and Fishka. Beautiful dog walk performance and a blind cross out of that first red tunnel to get ahead to the second red tunnel. Throws in a front cross up and over that A-frame. Tight, tight, tight from 10 to the poles. And a squeak, squeak, squeak to make the turn. Flying through the chute over the double. Nice approach to the seesaw. .86.85, so 1/10 of a second behind our fastest time so far. That was Ekaterina Zakharova and Fishka. And earning a spot onto the wild card division here at the WAO is Luis Luke and his toy poodle, Melendi. And he wins the honor to be here by being on the podium last year at the World Agility Open. By being a previous medal winner, he has earned the right to be here, and we can see why. 35.76. Maybe we will see Louise Luke on the podium again this year. 35.76, now the time to beat. And sorry, but Louise did have a fault. A little hard to see in the corner there, but really nice, fastest time so far with one fault. And only 5 more dogs in this height division. Of course, we do have a couple in season. This is Alexander Andrei and Nikki from Estonia. This is a Manchester Terrier. This Manchester Terrier running very fast, aided of course by Alexander, who knows how to run fast himself. And with a time of 3:6.37, that is the fastest clean round so far. That was Alexander Andrei from Estonia, so we have the fastest clean time now, 36.37. From Italy, this is Nicola Geraudi and Twister. This is a Jack Russell Terrier. This is, of course, our biathlon competition. And clapping to go along, he says, let's just finish it up. Let me hear some noise here. Cheer me on. I know I made a mistake, but I want to live in the limelight while I can. And here we are from Italy, Italia, Nicola Geraudi and Twister. One of our crowd favorites indeed. Must be the blue and white of Finland. Coming up next, we hear the Suomi in the background. Of course, that means Finland in Finnish. Finlandia, this is Jenna Kalwander and Neon. And that's some fast footwork by both handler and dog on that dog walk. Line cross to approach that A-frame, hits the down contact, tight to the poles, showing why she is next to last to run here in this biathlon, having done very well in the jumpers part of this competition. Who will be our world champion in biathlon? Will it be Jenna? 33.80. Will you be our gold medalist in the 400 division? Will you be our new biathlon world champion for 2014? 33.80. But wait, here comes Sylvia Turkman. Gets the contact, 33.80, the time just posted by Jenna Kalwander from Suomi. This, of course, Sylvia Turkman from Slovenia. This is Lei. Will she be our world champion in biathlon? And unfortunately, she pushed it to the end, as only Sylvia Turkman can do. But of course, you push for speed, and the dog got very excited at the seesaw. So nice effort by Sylvia Turkman, 33.20. So great job by everybody. We're going to take the jumps up to the 525 category. And unofficially, of course, perhaps Jenna Kalwander is our world champion, our new agility biathlon world champion in 400. From Finlandia, Suomi. You unofficially have a world champion in the biathlon. That was some very exciting competition right to the end for the 400 division. We will now be moving on to our 525 division. And it looks like Paul Hinchley, our very able ring manager here in the main arena, gives the thumbs up. Nils Lindqvist, the Swedish judge, talar du svenska? Ja, såklart jag gör. He is ready to go as well. We see Mark Cheek, our supervising judge, out here as well. We saw him sporting his black on top of the A-frame earlier. He did a little bit of dog walking as well. He hit his contact as well, I believe. I don't know who released him from that dog walk. To start us off, in the 525 category, we have 36 dogs plus a couple of in season. On course now, Tobias Frund and Amy from Germany, Deutschland. It's getting a little bit hot for the dogs out here. We have the afternoon Italian sun shining on us. Lovely indeed, but makes it a little bit harder for our competitors to keep the dogs cool and motivated. And you see Amy saying perhaps it's the third day of competition and it's really hot out here, but she is nicely doing her job through the weave poles and into the tunnel. Remember that all of these competitors have earned the right to be here by being champions and having very high accomplishments in their native country. So it is an honor indeed to be out here on the stage, and it's hard to be the first dog here. This is in the 525 division. But let's cheer on Tobias Frund and Amy. Nice effort. Congratulations for making it to 2014. Wow. From Australia, this is Frances Miller and her borrowed dog, Chase. So well done for them to come and work with a borrowed dog to show them their handling skills. And nice round, 42.61, the time for Frances Miller and Chase. Nicely done, Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. Such good neighbors the Netherlanders are with Belgium. Melissa Hasey is the handler now with Zina. Belgium. .38.14 the time. Nicely done by Melissa Hayes and Zina. All the way from Venezuela, this will be Silvia Lopez Valcarcel and Keita. And flying to the finish, that's Keita and Silvia Lopez Valcarcel. From Spain, España, this is Carlos Soto and Indy. $39.75, the time for Carlos Soto and Indy. With a long lead out, this is Petra Reischatzer and Paisley from Austria. And a little hesitation there in this slalom. And a nice finish for Petra Reischatzer and Paisley. A little trouble in the weave poles. And sporting not only an orange tiki-taki shirt, but earrings as well. This is Miriam Vriens and Mika from the Netherlands, Nederland. A little off course into the wrong end of that tunnel. And we'll get the crowd clapping here for our Nederlander. What an honor to be here in the main arena on Sunday afternoon. Nice seesaw job there. And a nice finish for Miriam Vriens and Mika. From Xi'an, China, Porcelana, this is Jiang Yao and Carson. And a nice blind cross thrown in at the end. 38.12 is the time. I believe that's the fastest time early on in this 5.25 category. That was Yang Yao and Carson with a clean round. From Wales, Galle, this will be Helen Perryman and Jinx. And clearly the fastest time so far, 35.03, shaving 3 seconds off the next best. That was Helen Perriman and Jinx, representing from Wales. I'm thinking this competitor to come is from Canada, one of our wild card members, being a member of the podium ceremony in a year in the past. This will be Terry O'Neill and Tilt. And unfortunately, some mistakes there at the end, but having a very good time before that. That was Terry O'Neill and Tilt, one of our podium winners in years past. Our fastest time so far, time to beat, 35.03. On course now, Karina de Silva from Denmark and Suki. And a little fault at the weave poles there. And that was Karina de Silva and Suki from Italy, Italia. This will be Andrei Cacciatori and Lilith. We're going to make sure that our slalom, that is weave poles, are set perfectly lined up for each dog. Sometimes when these fast dogs go through, they may be displaced slightly. Our supervising judge, Mark Cheek, supervising. And he gives the thumbs up. We're ready to go. And after a little bit of a wait, we see Mr. Andrei Cacciatori and Lilith. From Italia, Italy, Italian. And just kicks out those back legs a little bit to make that jump standard tumble to the ground. That, of course, is a fault. And Andre is just going to show off his handling here to the end. Nice blind cross and another cross before the end. That was Andre Cacciatori and Lily. From Venezuela, this is Jose Manuel Davila Rosales with his border collie, Berta. Some nice quick footwork to throw in across there before the A-frame. Bravissimo. Nice tight turn after the open tunnel. Some nice direction here by Jose. 35.14 the time, but one fault on course. So a really nice effort by Jose Manuel Davila Rosales. Wonderful indeed to see our cheering committee from the Netherlands cheering on the Belgian team. Up next with his border collie, this will be Eddie Diaz-Simont and Ella. And very patient at the start with a nice long lead out. Eddie Diaz-Simont gets Ella onto the dog walk, gets that down contact. It is an accomplishment for every competitor to be here. A little question in Ella's mind, but then gets right back to business, up and over that A-frame with some nice direction from Eddie into the weave poles. And unfortunately, the wrong end of the tunnel, but that's okay. I think Ella is happy anyways. It is amazing to see all the competitors out here. Show them what you've got. Run for the fun of it. Have fun out there. It's all good. You get to have a moment in the sun, which is nice here in Italy. It's sunny indeed. Let's cheer on Eddie Diamonte and Ella. Congratulations for being here. On course next from the Republic of Ireland, this is Sheila Maher and Holly. A little bird in the sky checking out the course, seeing what's going on here. A little past that refusal plane to incur a fault. finish for Sheila Maher and Holly from Ireland. From Germany, this will be Angelippold and Dunja, Pyrenean Shepherd. Fastest time so far in this course is 35.03. Little trouble getting in the tunnel there, but carries on to the next part of the course here, up and over the A-frame. Into the correct end of the tunnel. And that was a fast finish for Angelippold and Dunja. And I think we can let our competitors stand in the shade for a minute while our judges confer, wanting to make sure that everything is perfect out here. And now we get our thumbs up from Nils Lindqvist from Sverige. And our next competitor from Argentina can take the stage. This will be Fernando Estevez and Pepa. And we're almost halfway through this 525 height category in the Biathlon Agility competition. We saw the biathlon jumpers earlier on. 39.87, a nice time for Fernando Estevez and Pepa. .35.03, still the time to beat. Welsh, Helen Perriman and Jinx are in the top spot so far. Galle. From England, this is Stephen Richardson and Libby, one of our mixed breeds. And he magically stays on his feet. That was almost as fancy footwork as Mark Cheeks out there. And that is hard to accomplish indeed. So our English gentleman staying on his feet. And let's hear it for Stephen Richardson and Libby, knowing how to stay on his feet. On course now from France, Frankrike, French. This is Sophia Tuis and Fame. Nice running A-frame, adding to the fast time here for Sophia and Fame. Tighter on 10, takes the outside approach to the seesaw. Carefully done at the end. 35.39, so nicely done with a clean round for Fame. 0.3 of a second off the pace. That's quickest right now, 35.03. And again, we see an English competitor with a mixed breed dog, looking a little bit like a bearded collie out there. From England, this is Joe Tristram and Bits. .38, so 1/10 and change of a second off from the top speed so far. That was Joe Tristram and Bits. And after a little judges conference, we're going to get our next dog into the arena. And while we're making sure that everything is running correctly with the correct rules and the correct obstacles and everything perfect, we see Mark Cheek and our Swedish judge Nils Lindqvist, as well as Greg Derritt, having a little chat. We will let our competitors rest for a minute. And all our fans out here, I thank you for being here, and so does the whole World Agility Open work crew. Anytime you see anybody in a World Agility Open t-shirt signifying they are a volunteer working hard out here, please give them a thank you. Without all our volunteers, this would not be possible. You see standing out in the sun here, our ring crew working very hard. Behind the scenes, there are also many, many helpers having made this possible. And also behind the scenes, having worked hard for at least a year or more to make this event possible, are all of our sponsors for the World Agility Open 2014. Of course, our main sponsor is Royal Canin. This is our diamond sponsor, signifying the biggest part of making this possible. This is the main sponsor. Please visit their trade stands if you get a chance behind Ring 1 that is now taken care of. As you exit this arena, maybe you take a look around and you say hello to the Royal Canin representatives. Canito, and one of our gold sponsors, the creator of the official smartphone application for the 2014 WAO event, Canito. All our competitors have been getting nice messages from Canito via their smartphone app, available both for your iPhone or your Android. Canito, one of our gold level sponsors. Of course, all the equipment you see out here, First Contact and Hazel from England have provided it for you here. It looks beautiful in Royal Canin red and white. So thank you to First Contact and Hazel for providing all of our equipment here today. You can go to their website, take a look, or you can just go to the trade stands and take a look at what they have. Maybe you want to bring home a red and white tunnel, signifying that you were at the WAO for 2014. Now we are ready to go once again. We will now see Lisa Duggan from Scotland, Scotia, with D.
Then what happened on the rest of the run?
Good point. They're looking at the stride sheet, and I didn't see it.
Nice tight turn from 10 to the poles. Time to beat so far, 35.03. Helen Perriman and Jinx from Wales, currently in the top spot here.
The question is, I think is a good point. Did he stop judging?
And with a great time of 35.48 to add to her time of the jumpers course, that was Lisa Duggan and D from Scotland with a clean round.
Yeah, he lost his own time.
For the second time today, here in this class, we see Luis Sousa from Portugal with his dog, Lash.
Undo the E and give him his time. There was a consideration of a reason. I don't think the reason was. If he gave up, handling, the wheels start walking.
The rules are saying that if you accidentally or deliberately run through the equipment, that aids performance.
Yeah, no, he repeatedly said it did not aid performance.
No, it's written.
Yeah. Greg said he had to correct Lignano 3 times. He was given 5 falls.
Time to beat 35.03, the fastest time in this 525 category so far. And unfortunately, a down seesaw miss. And nice try for Luis Sousa and Lash.
Either help me or you don't. I'm going to keep scoring because that's why he's got my cheat sheet. And, of course, when I'm not watching, it's being on another channel. It's a weird thing. Thank you. That reinforces our
And
decision.
up next, one of our very talented Russian group, Russia. This is Bordekali Rina. Elena Krasnopevtseva is the handler from Russia. And a great time of 34.05, but we did see a fault on course. That was Elena Krasnopevtseva and Rina. Nice time. Unfortunately, a fault, I believe, on the seesaw. On course now from Argentina. This is Jorge Ramos Salinas and Daxa. And we see a down A-frame missed contact. A popular fault to have sometimes with these bigger dogs. And a nice bit of handling with a time of 36.48 at the end for Jorge Ramos Salinas and Daxa. Nippon, Japan. This will be Yuki Araki and Pisco.
Gold medalist, yeah.
This is our Games gold medalist. So Yuki Araki and Pisco, even though dropping that first bar, have still made the luggage a little bit heavier with a gold medal in the Games category, individual, including gamblers and snooker. So already with a gold medal, this is your gold medal Games competitor in the 525, hotly contended. So let's hear it for our gold medalist, Yuki Araki in the Games. This was with Pisco. And the Italians are getting rowdy as they should. This is their home turf after all. They've hosted us so well for 3 days. Now to see one of their own on the field here, how exciting. This will be Riccardo Vignali and Winona from Italy. Riccardo with some good handling, choosing to put his hair up today from the heat. Nice blind cross at the A-frame, tight to the poles. Dog number 26, so he must have done very well in the jumpers. Unfortunately, on the wrong side of that upright pole on this wide jump. So really pushing for speed sometimes causes some trouble. Really nice beginning of the course. Let's give a cheer for Riccardo Vignali and Winona, right from Italy, Italia. And we hear the Danes donging on the drum here. Jonas Monk Hansen will be coming up with Kiwi, a border collie. Nice weave pole entry for Kiwi. Couple of squeaks. A little wide after 16. And unfortunately, too quick a turn away. Nice effort by Jonas Monkansen and Kiwi. Here comes one of our red hot awesome Canadians. This will be Rebecca McKay and Shine. Getting a little reprieve from the sunlight. And with only about 8 more dogs to go in this 5-2-5 category, will Rebecca McKay be one of our podium winners today for the biathlon? Only time will tell. This is Shine. 34.74, that is the best time so far, and clean as well. So Rebecca McKay and Shine is shining indeed from Canada. Will she be on the podium with only 7 or 8 left to go? But of course, the dogs that have been best so far in our jumpers are yet to come. So we will add the jumper score along with this Biathlon Agility, that is standard course score, to see who our national champions will be in biathlon for 2014. From Scotland, this is Bonnie Quick. That's the handler. Ivy is the dog. Maybe the dog should be named Bonnie Quick as well. Making quick work on this course. A little wide there after the chute. That'll take up a little time, but keeping up the speed. And keeping up the speed indeed with a time of 34.18. That is now the time to beat with only a few dogs left to go. And Bonnie Quick was indeed as her name states. So Scotland currently with the best time. That time of 34.18. Certainly will be hard to beat, but we have some Finns, a Swede, an English person, of course, and another Finn to go. So much competition here. And from Slovenia, this is Marusa Pojed and Kaili. And we have a dog walk fault that we saw earlier, so running for the fun here is Marusa Pojed. Hoping that her time in jumpers. And a very nice effort, 34.30, a great time, but a few mistakes by Marusa Pojed and Kaili from Slovenia. And we hear our Italians go wild. From Italy, hometown girl, Nicole Innocenzi and Kinky. And a nice effort by Nicole Innocenzi to stay on course, but a little bit trouble there. Getting the crossed arms from Nils Lindqvist. But it is an honor to run in this ring on a Sunday afternoon. That was Nicole Innocenzi from Italy, Italia, and her dog, Kinky. Best time so far, 34.18. which one of these 5 competitors to come will beat that score. Then we will still have a couple of dogs in season. There are 4 of you. So 9 dogs to go here in this 5-2-5 category. On course now, Manka Mikek from Slovenia and Lin. And we have a new time to beat. 33.37 just posted by Manka Mikek and Lin from Slovenia. And we have 2 Finns left in this 5-2-5 height category. Will one of them be on the podium to be the Biathlon World Champion for 2014? Maybe it will be Juha Orenius and Gaia from Finland, Finlandia. And we see a down dog walk contact unfortunately missed by Juha. Nice fast work on the far end of the course to get onto the seesaw, and some really nice footwork at the end. 33.92. So a really nice time, but we did see that missed down dog walk contact. And we know, of course, by why both Finland and Sweden are cheering. That's because Joni Orenius, originally from Finland, now living in Sweden, is up. This is Nila. Right across the water, Suomi. And then Sweden, Sverige.
Another dog walk here. Another dog walk. Dog walk.
34.92 the time, so a nice time. And the English fans go crazy for Karen Marriott and Puzzle. So who will be our Biathlon 2014 World Champion? Will it be Karen Marriott and Puzzle from England? With that dog walk certainly making a quick start. .34.18, the time to beat. Of course, we will add the jumpers time to these dogs' biathlon score. .33.78, nicely done for Karen Marriott and Puzzle. With 5 dogs left to go, 1 here and then a few dogs in season in this category. The dog with the best time in the jumpers is going to be seen right here from Finland. It's Nina Lina Lina and Rai Rai. .33.78 we saw posted by Karen Marriott. I'm not sure how far ahead Nina Lina is, but we do have one little knocked brick off of that brick jump. .33.777. So Nina Lina gets the best time, but we did see a fault on course. We are now moving up to the 650 class. Please remember in the 525 category that we do have 4 dogs in season that will be running at the conclusion, and those dogs include 2 from the USA, Mary Ellen Berry and Dave Grubel, as well as a Norwegian, Jörel Rison, and 1 competitor from Spain, España, Israel Fernandez. So 4 dogs still to go in the 525, but we will be doing the 650 category first.